We have with us a copy of the draft minutes of the March 26, 2007 NEDA Joint ICC Cabinet Technical Board meeting, where effectively this NBN contract was approved. No, it's about at that time, March 26, Joint ICC Cabinet Committee Technical Board meeting, and subsequently, I think March 29, it was submitted for final approval by the NEDA board. Is that a correct sequence?
Your Honor.
Okay. And we also have with us an advance copy of the NEDA Cabinet Group meeting dated November 21, 2006. November 21, 2006. Before the golf game. No? Are you familiar with that meeting?
At NEDA board meeting, Your Honor.
But are you familiar with the meeting to discuss this November 21? Thereabouts?
It's not in my files right now, Your Honor. You may want to tell me what was discussed there.
Well, it was this particular project was discussed, and we have here a back and forth. This part of the discussion as between the president and yourself, where the president directly says that that's why this must be BOT. I think that there was a discussion as to the desirability of CyberEd versus NBN. And the president was clearly favoring CyberEd because at least it will benefit education. And she was saying that, at least from my understanding of these records, she was saying that precisely this NBN has to be BOT. And the president was saying that the government broadband is BOT, and that government would not spend for it. And the president further was saying that in fact this broadband project ought to be not undertaken by government. Do you recall that exchange?
That's right, Your Honor. In fact, when I met with the ZTE officials, that lunch we had with the Chinese Embassy Commercial Counselor, I made it very clear to the ZTE people that the President's wishes are for them, if they submit it, for them to submit it as a BOT unsolicited offer.
Okay, so in this instance, the President's policy direction is something that I can fully support, no? Because it is BOT, it is user pay, it doesn't use national government guarantees, and we don't take out a loan. Hindi tayo uutang dito. Yan ang policy directive ng Pangulo. So ang tanong ko is, what happened between November and March na lahat itong mga reservations na ito ay naiba? In fact, it is now a government undertaken contract. It requires a loan. It is a loan that is tied to a supplier, that doesn't go through our procurement process, that doesn't go through the price challenge, as you say. And what happened? What was the considerations that got us to where we are today?
I'm no longer familiar with those changes, Your Honor. We've left it to the line agency to determine the best possible procurement process, Your Honor.
So basically, you are saying that NEDA, even if these were the directives of the President, wala na kayo ron.
We don't implement those directives, Your Honor. We just urged the ZTE officials to do it that way.
Urge? Edi, ano pang usefulness ng NEDA? I'm sorry, sir, but I mean, I look upon NEDA as a check and balance, as a way of, if it is agency-driven, then the agency, of course, will present the best things about a project that it wants to push. And NEDA, that's why you have all the other cabinet members as part of NEDA and the NEDA ICC process, as a form of check and balance, as a form of filtering and prioritizing all of the projects to be undertaken by government. Kung hindi, di okay lang yan, sila nang bahala, ano pang use
Your
nito?
Honor, if you were to want to choose the mode of procurement, we would be very partial already.
No, I'm not talking about mode of procurement. I'm just saying that the directive was BOT, no loan, no government guarantee, private sector, user pay.
Yes,
Ngayon,
but we cannot
ibang-iba
impose
na.
that on the line agency, Your Honor.
Why can't you not impose it? NEDA is the chair of NEDA is the president. It's the highest policy-making board. It's in the Constitution that this is the highest policy-making body in terms of development. Why is a NEDA decision? Why can a NEDA decision now be ignored by a line agency?
Your Honor, when the final project was approved, let's see, March 29, it was quiet on whether it was a BOT or what we just approved is the project itself.
Well,
if they decided
it's very disappointing. Very disappointing. Parang bahala na lang kayo. I mean, bahala na si Batman kung anong mangyayari.
Mr. Chair,
$300 million loan. The fact that one of the reasons why the head of the NEDA Secretariat is the NEDA chief is because there are considerations such as balance of payments, such as cash flow, such as the treasury balances, and so on and so forth, so that there is a bigger perspective of where and what is happening to our country's money. And so if at the end of the day, we approved $330 million project, bahala na kayo whether i-BOT nyo yan, i-executive agreement nyo yan, I don't know, i-outsource nyo yan. Hindi, parang may kulang ata yung sa
I think, Mr.
Diba?
Chair, Your Honors, that thing has been thoroughly discussed already because if we were to do a BOT, the pending BOT application was the application of AHI.
No, I'm not picking sides here whether it's AHI or ZTE or what. I'm looking at the approval process by government because it's that approval process which is the most important element of this entire hearings, because it is that same approval process that billions and billions of government money are going through, no? So we want to tighten that up. We want to make sure that what we discussed here in this very hall, which is to raise VAT to 12% and to cover with VAT electricity and petrol, is not just put to waste by approval process that is very loose and that basically has no checks and balances.
Mr. Chair, Your Honors, we do not dictate on the mode of procurement. If I were to dictate on the mode of procurement, this would also influence who the supplier would be.
No, I'm sorry, Secretary Neri. The President gave a directive. This is not you directing it. This is the President as chairman of NEDA board saying BOT, no national government guarantee, no loan, user pay, private sector, and you're just implementing the President's directive.
I was just reminding, Your Honor, the implementing agency is the DOTC. We don't implement projects, Your Honor.
Precisely. You're not the implementing project, but you are the NEDA Secretariat that actually oversees this approval process.
The approval process, Your Honor, but we don't implement projects.
Okay. So basically, you don't know. It's like ganito, no? I mean,
no, Your Honor, we don't implement projects, and the BOT is a manner of implementing.
Understand, but your function of a check and balance to make sure that this is what is happening, that the agency is following the government, the President's directive. Something fell in the cracks here because clearly the directive was BOT, no government guarantee. And so on and so forth.
Your Honor, may I ask the DOTC to answer that question because it's an implementing issue, Your Honor.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't consider it an I consider it a policy issue. The implementation of the policy, yes, is at DOTC, and I will ask Secretary Mendoza my next set of questions. My point here is that in the NEDA meeting, it was very clear what this ought to have been. And now we have subsequent NEDA meetings where the approval was for a project that is very different from that which the President had approved.
I've already mentioned the advantages of a government-to-government loan, Your Honor. Private sector will probably...
In fact, excuse me, sir. Here, draft minutes March 26. You yourself said, item 55, Secretary Neri raised that such may have to be clarified with the President as it is not consistent with her understanding of the project. Because in previous NEDA meetings, the President said private sector, no government guarantee, no loan, no utang. And this is clearly something that is very different, di ba?
That's right, Your Honor. May I ask the DOTC to enlighten us on this, Your Honor?
Okay. I think that's as far as I'm going to go with Secretary Neri. Secretary Mendoza, please.